I've spent a lot of time watching Unrecord when it was first revealed, and like a lot of people, I was in shock at just how real it all looked. Everything from the tiniest little detail looked stunning and realistic, like you're really inside a body cam of some police guy. Finally, the future of gaming looking a bit brighter, with some games trying their luck in doing something that innovates, that can evolve gaming in some shape or form. What's astonishing isn't just how real it looks, it's how deliberately quiet its development has been. Where have they been all this time till the game's reveal in early 2023? Well, according to the developers, this complete radio silence is all on purpose. They're definitely working on it as we speak, but in total secret. DRAMA, the small French outfit behind the game, has chosen silence as a shield for innovation, for atmosphere, and to stop imitators in their tracks. They've said it repeatedly: we don't provide regular updates. As a single-player adventure, we're cautious not to spoil the experience prematurely. With the attention our project is receiving, any new feature we develop is at risk of being replicated. What we have publicly shown is just a tiny part of what we are doing. We're opting to work more discreetly and focus on the quality of the game. Expect some big reveals later on. That's rare transparency, and it tells us exactly what we need to know. They believe in their vision so strongly that they'd rather hold back than leak details that could be mimicked. I don't think they're trying a marketing ploy or something like it, because this news was shared on a normal tweet. They might actually be running a development strategy. Now let's go through what we do know in detail with all the latest details we've gotten and so on. Like the video right now to help me with the YouTube algorithm that keeps hiding my videos, and let's just start. Unrecord is a single-player, narrative-driven tactical shooter entirely powered by Unreal Engine 5. You play a police officer through a body-worn camera perspective, grainy, slightly distorted, perfectly tuned to evoke that uncomfortable realism. What you see is what the character sees, and what they see is unsettling, but not theatrical. In April 2023, the original demo went viral for reasons beyond glossy graphics. It looked real, cinematic. But then Drama released a head-spinning no-clip video, proof it was all in-engine live demo, not pre-recorded, not staged, and that nudged disbelief to respect. Ghostly VHS-style visuals meet tactile action. You walk, gun in hand, flashlights slice through darkness, gunshots crack, every flash, bump, shadow rendered in real time. And because it runs on keyboard and mouse, it's not some VR tricks or a fake DO, it's real gameplay. So what's the point? DRAMA calls it a blend, part ready or not tactical melee, part Firewatch's pacing, part detective thriller. You investigate crime scenes, question suspects, balance force with restraint, and dialogue choices shift outcomes. It's about atmosphere, tension, and moral weight, not binary shoot or not gameplay. The perspective demands confrontation. You stare through the lens at suspects, at tensions, at consequences. The silence I mentioned earlier makes sense. Why reveal murder scenarios or key twist mechanics early when your playthrough might hinge on surprise? Holding back is a feature, not a flaw. Meanwhile, their financial backing is real. Drama raised $2.5 million in seed funding, in no small part thanks to the Steam traction their first trailer got. That means a tiny studio went from bedroom prototype to paid full-time development, and they're still moving quietly. Speaking of traction, the game has hundreds of thousands of Steam wishlists. Steam's wishlist data shows a consistent climb, sitting around 1.2 million wishlists and growing even though there's nothing new around about the game. That puts Unrecord among the most talked about indie titles this year and whatever year it releases. Is there a risk in keeping quiet? Fans get anxious without progress. Clones pop up fast. One called Bodycam surfaced, which many view as an ill-conceived asset flip, but it still turned out pretty good though. There's no beta, no early access, no fakes. If someone's selling a bodycam shooter today, it's probably vaporware or worse. Despite the hush, we've seen occasional reveals. A January 2024 update featured weapon models, a machine gun, a pistol, just hints. But what stood out most was their messaging. Our goal isn't to rush for quick profit. That echoes commitment, not deadlines. The silence also gave room for conversation about realism. Some outlets flagged it as too real, part art installation, part study of police action. Critics wondered if it blew shifts into real conflict or just gameplay. Drama responded, no political alignment, no real incidents. They were exploring tone and consequence. Technically, Unrecord delivers through procedural camera sway, fisheye lens distortion, lens dirt, whiteout blur, motion corrupted exposure, all in engine, user User forums have even reverse engineered how the body cam artifacts work. It's a synthesis of technical craft and dramatic truth. So here's the state of play. Unrecord is a locked away yet soaring idea, a body cam sandbox for tactically complex, morally ambiguous gameplay. We haven't seen mission structure, side content, or moral consequences yet, but we trust it's there because they refuse to show it early. In design, that gives their game room to breathe. In marketing, it builds mystique. In spirit, it reflects the realism they're chasing. We've seen fleeting screenshots, asset reveals, audio testing chatter, but no marketing push, no cinematic trailers, just firesides saying we're still building, we'll tell you when it's ready. That's almost an anti-marketing strategy, and yet it's worked. It's gotten far more attention than many reveal-heavy indies this year. So what happens next? The RAMA has promised big reveals later this year. That could mean gameplay loops, investigation, dialogue, compliance, unrest, missions that test your moral compass, NPCs that react to your tone, consequences you can't just replay away. When that moment lands, it won't feel like hype, it'll be earned. And because they've kept it brief, every little reveal will carry weight. For players weary of fake leak culture and flash without depth, Unrecord may represent something rare, living atmosphere you experience first, not preview. In a world of early access eaters and quick clones, Drama's hesitance isn't caution, it's confidence. It says, we don't want to be first with an idea, we want to own it. When the time comes and Drama breaks that silence, it'll carry more tension than their first trailer, because whatever that reveal is, we'll know they've been building it quietly, carefully, and without compromise. I don't know how it'll look though. From some of their gameplay teases here and there, it looks like we'll go to many different locations, which is perfect. It's a real single-player campaign game. Unrecord doesn't have a release date yet. We don't know exactly what shape it will take, but it's one of the few games out there right now that feels like it's trying to push boundaries. Not through marketing, not through franchise name recognition, but through design, through experience. If nothing else, it's worth watching because it's doing what a lot of modern games aren't, being quiet and focused, taking time. And if that leads to a game that actually delivers on its ideals, that's going to be something special. I just really think we need something new in the FPS genre. There's been a huge lack lately, and nothing just stays long enough to fill that void. Though I'm very interested in what this game can bring, and if it can shape the FPS games a little bit, put some innovative elements out there for all the masses to see, we'll have to see for this.